"You're right, Your Excellency. I will make sure to teach him a good lesson. I promise you this will never happen again," he said. Everyone was startled once again. What was going on? Since when did the leader of Regal Swords, the Ace of Leicester, become so agreeable? He even smiled at them when someone had just criticized him. They could not believe what was going on. "Yes, that'd be for the best," Dustin nodded. "My apologies for interrupting your meal. We'll be leaving right away." Ian bowed and hurriedly led his men away, as if he was running away. "We're safe," Vanessa sighed in relief once the people from Regal Swords left. What happened there? Why does Sir Sean seem so weird today? Nathan scratched his head in wonder. Ian's actions had been bewildering. Perhaps Sir Sean realized that it was their mistake. With many martial artists here, maybe he just chose to settle things nicely. That was the only answer Emily could come up with after thinking about it for a long time. No matter what it is, the most important thing is that we're all fine, Vanessa beamed. HMPH, we're just lucky that Sir Sean is a reasonable person. We'd be in huge trouble if he chose to make things difficult. Nathan folded his arms in front of himself and shot Dustin a glare. "Hey, I'm warning you. You better not behave rashly in the future. I don't care if you get into trouble, but you better not drag us down together." "That's right. You put our lives at stake with what you did back there." The disciples from Azure Mist echoed. It had been thoughtless of him, an outsider, to challenge the Regal Swords in Leicester. All right, cut it out." Ken had overstepped a line earlier on. Dustin's actions are understandable. Emily tried to smooth things over. Then, she continued, "It's getting late. Everyone, let's head back to our rooms and get some rest. We'll gather early tomorrow morning and set out for the Black Forest." "All right. See you tomorrow." Dustin nodded and left with Abigail. Dustin had never been worried about what the Regal Swords would do. Ian was smart enough to apologize. Otherwise, he would have been beaten up. Outside the hotel, Ian ran for his life with his son on his back. Suddenly, he shuddered. He ran even faster. He was flustered and not his usual self, which confused his disciples. They even had difficulty catching up with him. Dustin and the rest of them set out for the Black Forest early the next morning. Due to the terrible road conditions, driving was not an option. They could only walk there. Many martial artists had entered the forest since the day before. They were there to try their luck. However, the Black Forest was so huge that they lost all sense of direction when they entered. Most of them just walked around aimlessly, so it was difficult for them to find the treasure. About half an hour later, Dustin and the group finally got to the entrance of the Black Forest. They could see many people making their way in, one after another.